Hi, welcome to the market alert for Thursday, the 1st of September 2022. So US stocks extended on losses at month end. US stocks extended their decline into month end with sentiment not helped by the inflationary headwinds from Europe and mixed data releases in the US. Stocks and bonds sold into month end as hot Eurozone inflation boost 70 basis point calls from the ECB. Blimey, they're getting a move on now, aren't they? I think it was 9.1% yesterday, and of course we know it's double that. Economic news today, what have we got? Leaps out of the page. A lot of stuff is being downgraded to low impact, as you can see there. I'm just looking for anything that's major. We've got ISM manufacturing PMI. That looks set to decline slightly. We've got unemployment claims as well. This is the weekly one from the US. But of course, the market is waiting for tomorrow's non-farm payrolls, which you can see there. We'll be out at 1:30 p.m. Gold-silver ratio. Silver is being absolutely monkey-hammered, as I said it would when the stock market turns south. And we're into 96 now on the pieces of silver to gold. I'm just going to change this to a monthly chart so we can get a good idea of where we're heading. You can see we've been moving up all throughout 2021, 2022. We're up at the sort of the actual high of this one. Let's have a look, 126. So we've got a bit to go. There's another 30 there. But hundreds on the cards, isn't it, for the gold-silver ratio? That's for sure. So we'll see what happens, but we'll look at that in more detail. But first, let's have a look at yesterday's market action with regards to the Dow. Market down again. We're getting lower highs now. On Monday, obviously, it was bank holiday in the UK, so a quiet day. But you can see we've got these lower highs. We're through the 62% retracement. 78 is the next downside target. It's quiet at the moment, but still moving south on the overnight. In the 30-minute chart, a bit of a move to the upside to begin with yesterday on the open of the Dow, but then the market was sold into, and we can see the decline there. Already below yesterday's low. This is going to be a resistance area, along with the 20-bar moving average in the 30-minute chart as well. We'll need to take out these lows, the overnight lows as I call them, for the Dow in order to move lower. They could become support, and also to watch out for potential 89% retracements from here coming back to here before it breaks the lower as well. In the German DAX, already at 89% on the daily chart of this bounce that we saw earlier in the week. It was Tuesday, Wednesday down. We've got demand, we're oversold. So we could see a bit of a bounce here at this level. We'll need to take out this low if we are going to move to the downside. That's at 12,703. We're certainly below the psychological of 13,000. Now the market toyed with this yesterday and desperately tried to stay above this area. If we look at the 30-minute chart, you will see this. This is the 13,000 level just here. And you'll see once we broke through, the market attempted to come back, but it was tied in with the DP. And then the market sold off, as you can see, overnight. Same thing here, already below the low. Watch for an 89% retracement there. If it's taken out, then these lows and then down to the S1 will be on the cards. In the 5-minute chart for yesterday, we started off with the futures market moving higher, then it declined, and then the cash market opened and we saw prices moving down, trying to hold and then continuing down there. The market bounced, as we saw, trying to get back above that 13,000 level in the afternoon before the Dow opened. As it rallied here back to the DP, there's the 13,000, and then south is where we actually went. Let me just move over here, see where we are overnight, and you can see the market's stuck in a bit of a range there. I'm just trying to look. So it's about a 50-point range, become fairly quietish. Back to the low at the moment on the overnight. You can see they're doing their best to try and get back above the low. It's important that they try this, but some weakness still prevailing there. As I say, watch the 89 on this side of the market should prices come back and retest that overnight, because you've got a cluster of demand there holding at this level. Again, you can see how this has just bounced to try and get back above that low. So expect the futures to move to the upside to begin with. In the S&P, very similar to the Dow, trading past the 62% retracement, and you've got this low over to the left as well. Watch for this one. That'll be support at 3,910. In the 30-minute chart, it moved lower following the European markets, moved back to the DP, and then as soon as the US market opened, it's moved lower during the session and then continued overnight, stuck in the sideways range below the low. That's likely to be retested along with the 20-bar moving average as well before any move to the downside. And the downside on the Dow seems to come at 2:30. We get a rally, and then the pattern is after 3 o'clock the market then sees sense of what's going on. They sell out all of the sell orders that they've got by rallying the market to a higher price, get a better price, and then move the market lower. UK market is now moving lower quite nicely after trading up and showing a lot of strength. Is now moving down, 62% retracement. We've got demand there for yesterday, putting the brakes on a bit, and again trying to come back overnight. In the 30-minute chart, again you can see it's at yesterday's low, just trading above this, doing its best to hold. But during yesterday's session, the market moving lower. We got the bounce back to the low. This became a resistance along with the 20-bar moving average, and then the market continuing to the downside there. Currencies, not a lot to look at here as far as the yen is concerned, still stuck in this sideways move in the daily chart. There is a nice moves inside of this though. You can see there's a 100-point move yesterday in the yen, then it rebounds 50 points back to 62% retracement, and inside of that you've got a double bottom before the market has moved back up above the DP at the moment, so showing a bit of strength there at this time. The pound, different story, continues to move lower. We've got to move to the monthly chart to see what's going on here. And if we have a look, you'll see we're through the 89 and we're heading for that 114. We're at 117.27 at the moment. In the 30-minute pound yesterday, selling from the open, and there you can see the dollar coming on there, the dollar index. And moving back to the close, the 50 MA before prices move down, and the moment below the low and sitting on the S1 there. And finally, silver below 18.05 through this on the overnight. This is going to continue to be hammered, as I keep saying. $14.37 is what I would say is where it's actually heading. They're going to continue this assault. And the irony is that the US dollar, despite moving up, as you can see there, is still stuck in a sideways range. It's not even taken the high out that we saw the other day, and yet the silver price is just being crushed. And considering the net zero agenda and the demand for such product, industrial metal as well as monetary metal, it's staggering. But at the moment they're using the decline in the stock market, just as they did with the COVID outbreak in March of 2020, to just crush the price. And like I say, we're going much lower than this level, which is insane given everything else, as I said yesterday. And I can't help saying it because it never ceases to amaze me that it can be the case, but it is, that the price of silver is 80% cheaper than 1979 and 2011 when it hit $50. It's staggering, isn't it? But it's going to be a bargain before long, an absolute bargain. They can take it as low as they want for me. I don't mind, because it means that there's less risk on the downside when they finish this assault. So down here was $13, if I recall. I think it was $13.65, wasn't it, when we hit the COVID of March 2020, $12.42, a lot lower than I thought actually. Oh, that's right. I bought in at 13, just under $13. Yeah, so 12.50 is also down on the cards. I mean, that would be dirt cheap, absolutely dirt cheap. But we'll have to wait and see if it's got the bankers have the balls to send it that low. They could quite easily do that if they send the dollar index back to its all-time high of 120, but at the moment we're at 109, and there's going to have good reason for that, i.e. Powell continuing to increase rates, which strengthens the US dollar. And finally, not finally, because we've missed out gold here. So gold also being moved lower, but you can see how much more strength it's got, and hence the gold-silver ratio continuing to move to the upside there. And yeah, 78, 89% retracement. It's got to hold that $17 level. If it does breaks that, then we can expect that to move lower also. You can see we had a bit of a bounce in this yesterday, but hammered last night and overnight, but coming back above yesterday's low at the moment. Crude oil also at 78% retracement, and traders can't understand what's going on at the moment. It was down $10 the day before. They're talking of the oil market being broken. I think I actually got that news item. Let me just see if I can find it for you. Yeah, there you go. We got it there. Oil market completely broken, says world's largest commodity hedge fund trader. The oil futures market is completely broken, moving in down $10 in a day for no apparent reason. Yeah, it's called manipulation by the banks. That's what it's called. You can do anything with, I hate to say it, as one of the silver conspiracy theorists, just a click of a mouse and down she goes. And and that's what happened the other day, as we saw with the expiration of the October contract. This is the November demand for yesterday, market at the 78% retracement level there. Okay, I think that's it, apart from the results which I forgot to mention so far this week. And you'll see that we're 3.33 for the profit factor, 443 there. What do we got? 62, nearly 63, 37 there. And we've also got, there was another figure that I was going to bring to your attention. Consecutive wins, 514, with consecutive losses of 58, which is why you're seeing this big move to the upside there. Fingers crossed it will continue throughout today as well. So far it's been a good week, yesterday and the day before, taking advantage of that acceleration to the downside. Okay, that's it for this one. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next.